Well, I hear the question that if I'm a corporate individual, if I'm working, what is the best further training or additional training program for me? Would it be evening program?
Or weekend?
Would it be the weekend program or any other form of program? I would even add, should I try online or a blended approach or whatever? I don't think there's a direct answer to that, because I would imagine it depends on particular individual circumstances. And also you don't know how jobs are structured, the working day. Some individuals actually are busiest at the weekend, some are busiest in the evening, some are busiest other times of the day. So you wouldn't really say what is best. But broadly speaking, each person seeking further education or enhancing their skills would do best by looking at their particular circumstances and designing a training or further study program that suits their particular circumstances. What is not in dispute is the need to enhance one's skills. That is not in dispute. In fact, if I may divert a little bit, there are many reasons for personal development, many for further studies, many. But let me just talk briefly about one. We are talking about AI, artificial intelligence. This is not just, a fiction, and a Hollywood fiction, fiction from Hollywood. AI is not just coming. AI is already here.
It's already here. It's been there.
And I'm telling you, it is reshaping everything. Jobs, industry, job descriptions are being rewritten. Some tasks and roles in companies are becoming obsolete. They're becoming irrelevant, old-fashioned, non-existent. AI is automating tasks. And I can assure you, if your tasks in a given organization, your tasks can be automated, your job is on the chopping block. Sadly. So the issue about therefore getting back to improving and enhancing your skill sets and your skills levels, it shouldn't be a question of discussion. In fact, asking that question, whether you should or you shouldn't go for further studies or improve your skills levels, it sounds to me like somebody is not listening. You're not paying attention. Because the reality of change, in fact, some estimates have it that by 2030, up to 80 million jobs will be rendered obsolete. Wiped 80 million jobs. By 2030, we're talking about 5 years from now.
But 80 million jobs, when the government is creating other jobs.
Yes, I get it. While artificial intelligence may be wiping out up to 80 million jobs by 2030, and by the way AI is moving, the number might even be bigger. But while that might be the case,
So we should be worried.
yeah, I don't think just be worried. I think it should be a wake-up call. This isn't about scaring. This is about us waking up and putting ourselves or getting the skills that we need for the new age, for the realities out there now. So yes, 80 million jobs might be wiped out, but the same estimates also say up to probably 90 to 100 million new jobs will be created. Now, don't get excited. The question is, how aligned are your current skill sets? How aligned are they with the new jobs that AI is going to create?
Yeah.
If you stay in your current set of skills and somehow hope by some accident or by some miracle that you will still find yourself relevant or able to participate in the 80 million new jobs that AI is creating, I think you're living in a fantasy world. So the question, therefore, is how fast are you evolving? How fast are you keeping pace with the new realities on the ground? That should be the real question. And yes.
Then no, first finish with that.
And so I would suggest that you do something, because the cost of inaction, the cost of doing nothing, I get it. You must be saying, I'm a busy person. I have family, I got a business, I got responsibilities. My income is a little bit not up there. The question is, what is the cost of inaction, of doing nothing, while the rest of the world is moving fast past you? That's the question you need to ask. And so in my humble submission, we need to start small. You need to start small. 2 hours a day, 2 hours after work, 3 hours at the weekend, a 4-week certificate course. If you can afford a formal three-year degree program, well and good. But just make sure you have the momentum. You are moving.
You don't do a lot.
Be intentional. Don't just stay there. Get the momentum. Get moving and do something.
There are some people who start studying, then it's not balancing with work. They threaten to be pulled off. Like
Actually, the fastest way to get yourself out of a job is not to improve yourself, is not to add onto your relevance and value as far as the company objectives are concerned. That's the fastest way. So you so crying around and feeling sorry for yourself and saying, "Oh, poor me, what am I going to do?" is a non-starter in my view. Yeah.
Then, how would you advise? Okay, let's say someone works but saves about 300k in the period of a semester, but they want to upgrade. Would you have advised them to spend the saving on education to upgrade, or first save and create a side business?
There are many ways to skin, or environmental, that's not right. There are many ways to cook your Irish potato. There are many ways to cook your Irish potato. It depends on your taste, depends on your preference. So really, the question to me would be, what is your immediate and what is your long-term strategy, your long-term purpose? What's your short-term and long-term purpose? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be, and what do you want to be? What do you want to have? That will determine how you spend your money.
So if you think investing in a business first is okay, then
the question should be looking at, you're investing in your business first. Exactly what are you investing in the business? Are you investing in improving technology, your competitiveness? Are you expanding your market reach, your market share? What are you doing? Is the business you're doing static? The answer obviously is it is not. So I don't think you can say, I'll do this first and then do that later.
Yes.
You got to look at life in totality. You got to balance things. You might want to make money using a model that's working today, only to wake up tomorrow and find that the model has changed. And you are not ready for that change. You don't have what it takes to handle that change. And then you end up losing both. You've lost the business because you're using old-fashioned, outdated modes. The market has moved on. On the other hand, you also don't have what it takes to survive in a new dispensation. So I think you should be looking at life in totality, not one at the expense of the other.
And then the other question, there are bosses, you ask for some time off, could be a leave, and then a leave for school. like you want to upgrade, and then they're not okay with it. What's your advice for them?
Why would any organization not want staff?
The organizations who don't.
Why? The question is what you're studying aligned with the objectives, short-term and long-term objectives of the organization? The new skills you're looking for, of what value are they to the organization? If you do not align your educational objectives and investment with the objectives of the organization, then that conflict is going to arise.
So, as long as, okay, like any boss should allow, as long as it helps.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, you are employed in this organization, and we expect you to add value to the organization. So, let's say I'm a bakery, and then you wake up in the morning and say, I would like now to take a degree in astrology. I mean, look, I mean, maybe astrology works. You'll be able to tell where bread is needed, but but you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the incongruence of objectives, your personal career objectives and the business objectives of the organization.
Okay.
Those two have to be aligned.
Okay.
The other question can be,
What's the main sector? Okay. What if I'm in bakery?
Mm-hmm.
Then on my other school experience, I want to do accounting.
Yes.
Is that transition possible, or I should upgrade in the right direction of what I've been doing before?
Well, it would be very, very good if employees understood every aspect of the organization.
Yeah.
If they had understanding of the different processes and activities in the organization, there's no harm, even if I'm the person who mixes. I don't know how a bakery works.
Yeah.
But no harm if I understood what accounting is all about. Look, if I waste materials, if I do not do my best and produce the best products, all of those things impact on revenue. So if I understood that wasting materials is impacting on the bottom line of the organization, yes, I may not be the accountant, but that would help to change my mindset, how careful I am, how economical I am, etc., etc. So I don't know whether actually the transition is not about you becoming an accountant and moving. That also is very important. There's what they call career growth, and there's career change. Yes.
So in case you're changing career, it's okay.
Why not?
As long as you can manage the transition.
The question is, what is your purpose? Where do you want to go? If accounting is where you see yourself in the next 5 years, why not? Why should you be bogged down? Yes. Everything starts with your purpose. What is... And I think that's the biggest, or one of the biggest challenges we have, that people take up training programs just for the sake of it.
Just for the sake of upgrading.
Just to feel nice. I have a degree in this, I have a degree in that, I have a degree in the other. The question is, what are you going to do with those degrees? Are you acquiring those degrees as a means towards your goal?
It should be for a purpose.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's an investment that's wasted.
Okay. Someone may ask,
Yes.
Okay, I don't have a... Okay, I have skills. I'm in a certain sector. I'm upgrading, like growing skills. Do I need to go back, certify, or I just push on?
To certify? Well, it depends on the economy and the sector in which you are working. I mean, you can never be allowed to work in the medical service, for instance, if you don't have certified documentation.
Yeah.
You can't. It's different if you are making chapati on the street. I mean, nobody's going to worry about your papers. They're going to worry more about the quality, of what you're producing. Yes, the taste, the hygiene around, etc.
Yeah.
So that is what matters. So, what I'm concerned about is the tendency to want to accumulate academic qualifications for the sake of it, rather than those qualifications adding to your skills and assisting you, rather than those papers being a stepping stone or the fuel you need to arrive at your desired destination of, in terms of employment, whatever.